Hello, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. We are all welcome to our grammar lessons as we meet together again on our next topic in An-Nahu al-Wadih. Inshallah, we are going to take today Al-Adawatu allati tajzimu fi'lain. We've already seen Al-Adawatu allati tajzimu fi'lan wahidan. Now we are going to see those tools or those articles or particles, as some may prefer to call them, that causes two present tense verbs to become majzoom, that is to end with sukun. The one we took in the previous lesson taught us that there are some particles like lamma, which means yet to, and like lam, which means did not, and like lam al-amr, which is used for command, and la an-nahiya. These four, we've been taught so far that when they come, the present tense verb that comes after them, they end with sukun, or they end as majzoom. So we are going to see that those four that we learned, they affect just one present tense verb. We have those that affect two present tense verbs, and those are what we are going to look at today, inshallah. Okay, so he says al-adawatu allati tajzimu fi'laini, not fi'lan wahidan, two verbs. Okay, al-amthila says man yufrit fil akli yatkham. First sukun here, second sukun here. First present tense verb, second present tense verb. We realize that they both end in sukun. That is, they are both majzoom. We have fi'l mudari majzoom here, we have fi'l mudari majzoom here. Okay, it says man yufrit. Yufrit is from afrata. Afrata fi shay. If we say it comes with fi, if we say afrattu fi badl al amwal, that is, I act excessively in spending money. I acted excessive, that is extravagant in spending money. You say afrata fil akli, he had ate too much, he overate. Okay, so afrata is to do something over. We have the noun fard. As I once quoted the beginning of this poem, زدني بفرط الحب فيك تحيرا. زدني بفرط الحب فيك. Increase me with excessive love of you. Okay. ومن يفرط في الأكل يتخم. يتخم is from the noun تخمة. يتخم بمعنى he suffers indigestion. Whoever eats excessively suffers indigestion. أيوة. And he says من يتعب من يتعب سكون في صغره يتمتع, another سكون في كبره. Whoever strives or whoever struggles or whoever suffers في صغره, whoever suffers so that he gets tired في صغره whilst young, يتمتع, he enjoys في كبره whilst old. So if you suffer today, you will enjoy tomorrow. من يتعب في صغره يتمتع في كبره. And then we have من يتجنب سكون أذى الناس. Whoever stays away from hurting people. ينجو من أذاهم. Now ينجو is actually ينجو. The full verb is ينجو with waw at the end. But because it came as majzoom, and we've learned that the al-fi'l mudari al-mu'tal al-akhir, fi'l mudari that has a weak ending, when it is majzoom, the weak ending letter is taken off. Like yajri, if I say lam, I will say lam yajri, the yai will go. I think we've learned that in i'rab al-fi'l al-mu'tal al-akhir, al-fi'l al-mudari al-mu'tal al-akhir. Okay, so here is supposed to be waw, and the waw is gone. So that is the sign of the jazm, not sukun. Man yajtanib adha nasi yanju min adhahum. Whoever stays away from hurting people is also saved from their harm. Whoever stays away from harming people is also saved from their harm. They also do not harm him. It says, Man yusafir tazdad. Skun, skun, skun. Man yusafir, whoever travels, tazdad tajarubuhu. His experience, tajarub is experience. His experience increases. Whoever travels, if you travel a lot, you have a lot of experience because you see a lot of cultures, diverse cultures, see a lot of people doing a lot of stuff, some intelligence that hasn't gotten to your part of the world, you face it. Man yusafir tazdad tajarubu. Whoever travels gets more experience, increases in experience. It says, ما تدخر سكون من مالك ينفعك سكون. Whatever you save, تدخر, to gather something. ادخار, to gather something. To save something, to preserve something. It's all in ادخار. It says, ما تدخر من مالك. Whatever you preserve of your money, ينفعك, it benefits you. Okay. ما تضيع من وقتك تندم عليه. Whatever you waste, ضيع is to waste. You say ضيعت وقتي, I wasted my time. ما تضيع من وقتك, whatever you waste of your time, تندم عليه, you regret over it. تندم سكون. ما تتلف تغرم ثمنه. تتلف is from أتلف, to damage something, to destroy something. So ما تتلف, whatever you destroy, تغرم ثمنه, you suffer the loss of its price. تغرم, that is, you suffer a loss of what? ثمنه, its price. So if you have like mangoes to sell and you destroy part of it, you suffer the loss of the amount that you've destroyed. ما تتلف تغرم ثمنه. Whatever you destroy, you suffer the loss of its price. And he says, ما تنفق في الخير. Whatever you spend in goodness, تجزى به. تجزى is supposed to be تجزى with alif al-maqsura. And then what's happening, as I've already told you, حرف الفعل المضارع المعتل الآخر إذا كان مجزوما تحذف حرف الإلة. The weak letter is deleted. When it is a weak ending verb, the weak letter is deleted to denote that it is majzoom. So here to show us that it is majzoom, the weak letter has been taken off. Whatever you spend of goodness, you are rewarded with it. Okay, now let's look at the explanation. It says تقدم لنا في الجزء الأول أن, we've already seen in the first part that in the letter in تجزم فعلين مضارعين, that in it causes two present tense verbs to be مجزوم. يترتب حصول أولهما على حصول الثاني, that the occurrence of the second is consequent to the occurrence of the first. So if I say, he says that in the lesson we did about in, that is the condition. It says when you have a conditional sentence with in, it tells you that the occurrence of the first one, like something like, just a free example, in يذهب أذهب, if he goes, I will go. So the occurrence of the second is consequent to the occurrence of the first, or the occurrence of the first is consequent to the occurrence of the second. However you understand it, that is, they are consequential, they have a causative relationship. Okay. وهنا, if you say يترتب على شيء, it is consequent to. هذا فعلك هذا يترتب عليه عقوبات كثيرة, أو تترتب عليه عقوبات كثيرة. This action of yours can bring a lot of harmful consequences. and it draws a lot of punishment يعني عقوبات كثيرة. وهنا نأتي على بقية الأدوات التي تعمل هذا العمل. He says we've already seen in, and now we are coming to look at the other adawat, the remaining adawat that does the same work. So we say فنقول كل مثال من الأمثلة الأربعة الأولى السابقة. Each example among the first 4 examples يشتمل على فعلين مضارعين, contains 2 present tense verbs. إذا نظرنا إليهما من جهة اللفظ, if you should look at them from the point of the wording, from the point of the wording itself, وجدناهما مجزومين, we find that the 2 present tense verbs are all majzoom. They all taking scorn, or when it's a weak letter, the weak ending verb, the weak ending is deleted. So we find that they contain 2 present tense verbs, and the 2 present tense verbs, they all end in scorn. وإذا نظرنا إليهما من جهة المعنى, if we should look at the verbs from the angle of meaning, if you look at them from the side of meaning, وجدنا أن حصول أولهما شرط, we find that the occurrence of the first verb شرط is a condition في حصول الثاني, in the occurrence of the second. So if you say من يفرط في الأكل يتخم, whoever eats a lot, that is the condition. The person will face indigestion. So if I don't eat a lot, I won't face indigestion. That is what he's talking about. أو أن حصول الثاني جزاء لوقوع الأول, or you can better put it as, you can say حصول الأولهما شرط في حصول الثاني. That is an expression. That is, the occurrence of the first one is a condition for the second one to occur. Or you can put it as حصول الثاني, the occurrence of the second, جزاء is a reward kind of لوقوع الأول, is a reward to the occurrence of the first. So if you eat a lot, your reward is that you face indigestion. That is how it goes. You can put it in this expression. It says فالمثال الأول يفيد أن الإفراط في الأكل شرط في حصول التخمة. He said that, looking at the first example, we get the meaning, يفيد أن, we get the meaning that الإفراط في الأكل, extravagance in eating. شرط, الإفراط, that is the noun from أفرط. الإفراط في الأكل, excessiveness in eating or extravagance in eating, overeating, is a condition في حصول التخمة, in the occurrence of indigestion. أو أن التخمة, or we say indigestion, جزاء is a reward, جزاء الإفراط is the reward for what? إفراط, overeating. في الأكل, الإفراط في الأكل, overeating. ومن أجل ذلك, and due to that, يسمى الفعل الأول, and due to that the first verb is called فعل الشرط. It's called فعل الشرط. Please do well to save this particular name. When you have the adawat that causes 2 present tense verb to be majzoom, the first present tense verb is called فعل الشرط. I think we've seen it when we were doing the in. Okay. ويسمى الثاني, and the second verb is called جوابه. It's called جواب الشرط or جزاء الشرط. You can put it that way. But then mostly you see فعل الشرط وجواب الشرط. Okay, so these are the other names. وهنا نتساءل, and here we ask, at this juncture we ask, ما الذي أوجب جزم الفعلين؟ ما الذي أوجب جزم الفعلين? What has caused في كل مثال, what has made it necessary for the 2 verbs to become majzoom? وما الذي أفاد ترتب ثانيهما على أولهما, and what has made the second one a consequence to the first one? What is giving us this? What is causing this? What is causing the verb to be majzoom in the first place? And what is causing the link such that the second one is consequent to the first one? says إنا إذا اختبرنا الأمثلة واحدا واحدا, said if we should check through the examples one after the other, لم نجد سببا, we won't find any reason سوى دخول من, except the entry of man. فهي التي جزمت, it is the man that caused the jazm. وهي التي أفادت الشرط, and it is the man that gave the meaning of the conditional meaning. It is the man that brought the conditional meaning. ولذلك سميت, and so the man was called أداة شرط جازمة. It's called أداة شرط. Shart, first place, it gives a conditional meaning, and jazima, it causes the present tense verbs to be majzoom. So that is how it is called. Adatu shartin jazima. We have some adawat shart that are not jazima. Like you say, إِذَا جَاءَ نَصْرُ اللَّهِ, إِذَا جَاءَ نَصْرُ اللَّهِ, something like that. إِذَا جَاءَ. Now you see جَاءَ, you can't say majzoom. I hope we get this. So we have Iza is also adatu shart, but we can't say it is jazima here. Okay. Says وإذا فحصنا, and if you should check, فحص بمعنى اختبر بمعنى بحث, if you should check عما تدل عليه كلمة من, if you check what the word man refers to, the word man, if you look at what it indicates, في كل مثال من الأمثلة التي عندنا, in all the examples among the in each example among the examples we have, وكذلك في كل مثال تأتي فيه, and other examples that you find this kind of man in there, وجدناها لا تدل إلا على الآكل, we find that the man refers to animate things, things that have sense. So man is used for humans, basically. Man is for akil, yani human. The humans are creatures specifically given the mind sense. So man, when man comes, we are looking at a human being. وإذا نظرنا إلى الأمثلة الأربعة الأخيرة, and if you should look at the last four examples, the first four were made of man. These ones here, you can see the first four made of man, and the second ma. So the fourth. Okay, so he says that إذا نظرنا إلى الأمثلة الأربعة الأخيرة, if you look at the last four examples, وجدنا كل مثال فيها مشتملا أيضا على فعلين مضارعين مجزومين. We realize that it also contains two present tense verbs, and these two present tense verbs are all majzoom. حصول أولهما شرط في حصول ثانيهما على نحو ما تقدم. The same explanation as the one that we've had. The occurrence of the second is consequent to the first. وإذا تساءلنا هنا أيضا, if we should ask ourselves here again, ما الذي أوجب جزم الفعلين في كل مثال وما الذي أفاد الشرط. We ask ourselves the same question, what has caused the jazm and what has caused the conditional meaning here. He says لم نجد سببا سوى دخول ما, we won't find any reason except the introduction of ma. فهي إذن كمن, and so man, ma is just like man. تجزم مضارعين وتفيد الشرط, they cause two present tense verb to be majzoom, and also they give the meaning of condition. If this happens, that will happen. غير أنها تدل دائما على غير العاقل, except that ma always refers to غير العاقل, things that have no sense, things that are not human, non-human. Man is for humans, ma is for non-humans. And then he says هذا وهناك أدوات أخرى, says this, as he has told us, and there are other أدوات تعمل هذا العمل وتفيد الشرط. They do the same function, and they also give conditional meaning. وإليك بيانها وإجمال معانيها, وإليك بيانها وإجمال معانيها. says here you are with their explanation and also the togetherness of their meanings. It's going to give us the other adawat and their meanings. We have first idma, mahma, mata, ayyana, aina, anna, haythuma, kaifa, kaifama, ayyu. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So it says idma وهي كإن تفيد الشرط. It says idma is like in تفيد الشرط. It gives the conditional meaning. ومثالها, example of it, idma تفعل, you can see the sukun coming here, idma تفعل شرا تندم. I just like me saying in تفعل شرا تندم. If you do bad or if you act evil, you regret. مهما لغير العاقل كما. مهما is also like ma, they are used for غير العاقل. مهما تنفق في الخير, whatever you spend of goodness, whatever you spend in goodness, يخلف الله, God Almighty keeps it for you. God Almighty preserves it for you, and in the reward form. ومهما تنفق سكون في الخير يخلفه الله. يخلفه الله. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this يخلف is also أو يخلفه الله from أخلف. يخلفه الله from أخلف, I need to keep something. Whatever you spend, you think is going, God Almighty is rather keeping it. It's kept for you. Then we have mata, when, للزمان, to indicate time. Of course, we know when we use when to ask for time. Mata yusafir akhi, when my brother travels, usafir ma'ahu. Can see yusafir skun, usafir majzum also. Ayyana is also lizaman, as they have indicated. It's also to show time, like mata. Ayyana tunadi ajibke. It's tunadi, and the yai has been taken off. It's harf al-mudari al-mu'tal al-akhir. فعل المضارع المعتل الآخر. So أيانا tunadi, whenever you call, أجبك, I will respond to you. And then he says أين للمكان. أين is to ask for a place. Say أين تذهب أصحابك. Wherever you go, I will accompany you. أن, he says, it's also للمكان. أن ينزل ذو العلم يكرم. Wherever للمكان, wherever a person with knowledge, a knowledgeable person, ينزل, يعني wherever he decides to settle, يكرم, he is honored. Wherever a knowledgeable person settles, he or she is honored. حيثما. حيثما is also للمكان. I think in one of my poems that I posted, the title was حيثما وقعنا في الفخ, where we fell in the trap. حيثما is for place. هو أداة حيثما هي أيضا للمكان. حيثما ينزل مطر ينمو الزرع. حيثما ينزل حيثما ينزل مطر ينمو الزرع. Wherever the rain falls, yanmu is actually yanmu with waw here, but because it's harf fi'l mudari al-mu'tal al-akhir, the harf al-illa is deleted because it is majzoom. Az-zar' is crops, of course you know this word. Wherever the rain falls, the crops grow. كيفما هي للحال. كيفما is to show condition. يعني كيفما تأتيني أجبك. كيفما تدعوني أجبك. However you call me, however is to show condition, the state. Says كيفما للحال for condition. كيفما تعامل صديقك يعاملك. However you treat your friend, he will treat you that way. However you deal with your friend, he will deal with you that way. Ayya says ayya, this ayya تصلح لجميع المعاني المتقدمة. Ayya can be for للحال, can be for للمكان, can be for للزمان, للآكل, لغير آكل. says للمعاني, كل المعاني المتقدمة. أي بستان تدخل, said what? تبتهج. Okay, wherever, whichever garden you enter, تبتهج, you enjoy. Ibtihaj, that is, you become excited, yani. Tabtahij, ibtihaj is happiness, you become joyful. Whichever garden you enter, you become joyful. That's the example he gave us. Okay. Al-Qaida, the ruling. Al-adawatu allati tajzimu fi'laini 12 adatan. Says the tools that cause two present tense verbs to be majzoom are 12 particles, 12 tools. In وإذ وهما حرفان. Says in and idma are huruf. You know, we have huruf and we have asma and we have af'al. But in these tools, particles that we've been named for us, you have in and idma being harfan. They are huruf, they are particles. Man, ma, mahma, mata, ayyana, aina, anna, haythuma, kayfama, ayyu. You have ayyu. Said وَجَمِيعُهَا asma. Apart from in and idma, all the rest are nouns, because they point to place and they point to condition, so they are all nouns. In and idma are just conditional particles, they are huruf. Okay, so you get to know all these huruf. When you are reading and you meet them, you know how to treat them, you know the rulings around them. Okay, so inshallah, I hope everything is understood. Whatever is unclear, it has been a lengthy lesson, but with the strength that we've gained to this time, I'm sure all of us are very good in comprehending what's going on. But if anything is unclear, please do all to ask, and inshallah we will do our best to attend to it. Inshallah, till we meet again, have a very good Arabic time, and do all to share. Inshallah, if you've not subscribed, you do so. Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.